You guys, we have a great between the pawn and store as always. We're gonna do things a little bit differently this episode for a sponsor, unfortunately. So Bullion Daddy did buy the sponsorship, but I had something very sad happen to me in my personal life. I have a friend that died, and I don't want to get into specifics. But the charity that I'm trying to raise money for, I told the family that I would help out with this, is called the Alexandra House. It protects people against domestic violence. So there's a link in the video description if you guys could give something. I've been doing whatnot auctions and I've raised like almost $700. I hold up an item and you bid on it and you get the item. I take all the money from the sale and then I donate it to the charity. So I usually do Wounded Warriors, but this week we're doing the Alexandra House. So again, check out the Alexandra House. If you just give them $1, it makes a difference. And I just want to quickly add, if you see something that doesn't seem right in a relationship, absolutely report it. Don't be quiet about it. There's a lot of people in bad situations that it goes unreported and then something horrible happens. The Alexandra House is a charity in making sure that doesn't happen. So again, link is in the video description. I do want to thank Bullion Daddy, the official sponsor, but unofficially, I had to say something for Alexandra House. I bought this a week ago. This Anubis statue is literally sitting with the script I was gonna shoot a TikTok about it for like a week. It's been sitting there. God damn it. Let's talk about Anubis and make it so I can take the script out. So Anubis, or Inpu as he was also known, there are some other names too, was the Egyptian god of the dead, the lord of the necropolis. Now Anubis's role changed a little bit throughout Egypt's lengthy history. In Egypt, you guys lasted a very, 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 very long time, probably longer than any civilization ever has, thousands of years. And the mythology was a huge aspect in Egyptian culture. As a result, the myths, the tales, they changed a lot over time. The roles of gods changed over time. But Anubis's role really remained constantly affiliated with the dead, also affiliated with mummification and embalming, and in a way, justice in death with where your soul ends up, how you're judged when you die. Now, Anubis is usually featured as being a man's body with a jackal's head, also affiliated with jackals. These are kind of carrion creatures in Egypt that are known to be in graveyards feasting on the dead. During Egypt's Middle Kingdom period, which lasted from 2055 BC to 1650 BC, his role was overtaken by Osiris, but again, still affiliated with the dead. According to ancient Egyptian mythology, when one dies, they end up at a place called the Hall of Two Truths. Now, a simplified version of this is Anubis is the judge. Your heart is balanced against a feather. Not just any feather, it's a sacred feather that has to do with more of the Egyptian mythology. I'm not gonna get into it because they have so many gods and so much mythology. But your heart is placed on this magic scale against this feather, and for every bad deed you have done in life, your heart gains weight against the feather. If your heart weighs less than the feather, you end up going to the magic place of reeds. It's like Egyptian heaven, because they had reeds in the Nile. So you go to the magic happy reed place if your heart weighs less than the feather. But if your heart weighs more than the feather, then Anubis tosses your ass straight to Ammit. Ammit is a monster that is a crocodile, a lion, and a hippo, all in one terrifying body, and it rips you apart and devours you. So for every bad deed you accumulate in life, your heart gets heavier, and then if it weighs less than it's called the feather of Ma'at. That's what happens. So, isn't Egyptian mythology fun? It's way more fun than you go to hell. Actually, no, hell be kind of fun, because you could drink with Princess Diana and Steve Irwin, and but Michael Jackson's there. Pedophiles go to hell. He was a pedophile. All right, well, we got the, I need to come up with a nickname for you. Picker's taken. You're not the con artist. Not yet. Okay, well, we got storage locker guy. I need to think of a better nickname.
We'll start with the turtle box.
Turtle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Pretty good shape. This is in the 90s?
89.
Year I was born. 20.
Sure,
20. Yeah, minus one questionable stain. It seems to be in okay shape.
Not too familiar with this. These are like the re-releases from a product called Super 7, I believe.
Okay, so I remember seeing these in toy stores.
Yeah, so these aren't the originals.
Oh no, maybe not. $2 each.
You go a little higher than that.
What do you want on them?
I was hoping around like 5 apiece.
28 for all of them. Oh wait. 30 for all of them. Clear that. Okay. Hang on, oh god, Funko Pops.
What's that?
Oh god, Funko Pops. I only bought Funko Pops once, and I had to sit on them forever.
Learned your.
Eventually, I sold them. What do you want on the Funkos?
20 for all of them.
How many are there?
5.
All right.
Microcraft microscope.
Exploring the wonders of the invisible world. Stop looking. It's just Jesus inside of you. Stop asking questions. Christ. Yeah, I'll do 50.
All right, got some more turtle stuff. $20 for the pair of books. I saw some graded versions of that, and it was pretty
This
nice.
is nice.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like brand new.
Yeah, I think it is. I think this one is too.
$20 for these?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Garbage Pail Kids.
How much for those?
20 for the pair.
Garbage Pail Kids. I am not familiar with this.
I remember the cards growing up, but I guess they make figures now. All right, what are you thinking?
10 for the pair?
All right.
Whoa. Oh, cool. I have never been good at these. These are really easy to knock yourself out with. Cool.
Crossfire, the fastest rapid-fire action game ever, unless you go to Vietnam.
How much?
20?
Yeah, I think that'll work. Where is this from?
What year?
Yeah.
I think there's a number on the bottom.
Actually, I could use, unrelated, I could use an ironing board. I don't have one. I was going to order one today. I actually just totally forgot.
Well, there you go.
How much you want for this thing?
$5.
All right, fine.
70s Barbie furniture. You're done with your Barbie kick.
I already did the episode, my least viewed episode. How much for the box?
$5.
Okay, I will do that. I sold all your Barbie.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Sealed vintage Lego.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's from the 90s.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I had that exact one actually. I had this exact one. What year is this exactly? Yeah, 1995. I remember this one in stores. How much?
$45. I think you'll be able to get it unless you keep it.
Well, see, that's what, actually, that is what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna keep it. I've been meaning to buy a few Legos as investment items. 45?
Yeah.
Deal, I'm gonna keep this for a while.
70s Viewmaster.
Okay.
It's a talking Viewmaster. I didn't know
Okay.
they had these. I bid $50 for all of it.
I'll do 40.
All right, I'll do 40.
What are all them cards? Pokemon cards?
Pokemon.
I'll do them, how much?
It's 100 for the box. So
Fine.
there's some shadowless ones.
Fine.
Before you get all excited here, some of these are Neopets.
Really? I didn't know Neopets made. I have quite a history of
So
Neopets.
there's 3 stacks of Neopets in here.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, and then that just comes down to Jesse Ventura doll.
How much you want?
$10.
All right, fine. That I'm gonna keep as well for the store.
Really?
Yeah. I actually am quite a fan of Jesse Ventura. That was a little crazy.
Oh, he's still nuts.
All right, so we got 50 plus 20 plus 10. 465.
For me.
Score
Cool, thank you.
65. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you so much.
I will see you soon.
But yeah, just look at all this stuff I bought. This is my cheapest deal I've done with him. I'm not kidding you guys. I am going to keep this. I'm going to keep this for years. This has nowhere to go but up. These are $100 right now. So I have my first Lego investment item. What am I gonna do the best on? Well, I saw like that model one for 60, the ironing board's like 50, this microscope's 100, some of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff was expensive. One of them, yeah, this one I think was going for 50. And then the one behind it, this is 100.
So honestly, I might get fourfold my money on this stuff. That was a really good deal. Oh, I also...
Only good things can happen. I got some weapons.
Some of you might have noticed that literally every time I make a video on social media, well, one, I need to say, I got dared last night, not dared. I do this thing where if you tip me, like I'm like Tom Green, I'll do whatever the you want in the lives. Like within limit, but usually it involves taking shots. Last night I was drinking bong water. Somebody says, how much to drink all of it? And it's, I'm not gonna say exactly how many milligrams, it was a heavy one. I think I said like 50 or $100 and the tips just started flying in. I was like, all right. So I chugged the whole thing and I had to shut the show down after 2 hours because I literally couldn't even walk. I couldn't write, I couldn't walk. I just like curled up on my couch afterward and I watched Jack Ryan. I'm a little slow today as a result. What was the thing I was talking about? Oh yeah, those of you might have noticed, and this has been a thing with me on social media. When I started first making the Pawn Man videos, I was like, hey, I need to be as catchy and provocative as I can. How do I do that? Well, I scream, Pawn Man! I have a formula for item gets slapped down, gets your attention. I scream, Pawn Man! I need one more hook. Well, a lot of my audience are crazy boomer conspiracy theorists. How about I make them think I'm in the Illuminati? So I hold an item up in front of my eye. I literally do that for that reason. Every video starts with me like this. Or this is the third thing I do. It's a dog whistle for stupid people. And after 3 years of doing this, because I have lots of people ask, like, why do you do that? And they've had a few people write, oh, he's in the Illuminati, but like they haven't really messaged me about it. Finally, someone fell for it.
Recently came across at work. I like it. You need to stop covering your right eye. It brings nothing. And it's a pedophile satanic dog whistle. Look it up if you don't believe me. I find it extremely distracting. even if it isn't associated with that, it just doesn't work. Well, it's obviously because I'm a satanic pedophile. Me and Hillary. I'm with her. Straight to hell. Duh. Now, what smart-ass thing am I gonna say back to him? 666. I got these back from the framers. Thank you, Hang It, here in Minneapolis. They did a lovely job, so I'm gonna put this up over here. We're gonna move the general over, and I don't know if he's gonna go up or down beneath this. Actually, maybe side by side. I don't know if I have enough room. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Well, the guy just left. So there are some deals, I've said this before, I just don't want to film them because I'm not making money here on social media and I don't want to risk blowing a huge deal, losing thousands of dollars to make some internet content. So I did not film this deal because it was a huge deal. This guy sold me a ton of junk silver, over $10,000 worth. Let's kind of go through it. So I paid him 23 each on these Morgans. And I mean, this is an 1897. Oh, this is a better date. There's some uncirculated ones. This is an 1887 P that's uncirculated. There's some better stuff in here. So now I gotta go through all these Morgans, figure out what's what, get them ready for whatnot, and then I have to go through all these and pick out some of the better stuff in here because I'm sure there's a few items in here I'd rather just auction them. And then these, I'm just dumping all these 40%ers are going straight to another dealer. I paid $2.25. They melt at $3.36, but I bet I'll get, if I'm lucky, I'll get $3. These are dogs, you guys. Nobody likes these. So, all right, gotta go through all this now. Oh, this is cool. We've hit a milestone's the wrong word. I don't know what the right word is. We got the last of the H.H. Holmes bars in stock. Check it out. So, Lady Liberty Bullion gave me the mold too, which is cool. So I'm gonna include this. Oh, he signed it. That's sweet. I'm gonna include this in the display that I'm building. All these criminals, I'm gonna build some kind of a framed display for my store, and it includes the first and last issue of the Bullion piece with something related to the crime. Y'all saw that admission ticket that I had. The admission ticket for the World's Fair is gonna go in with the display when I get it framed, and I'm gonna hang it up somewhere in my store and basically start a crime museum. So I'm keeping the last one, number 34, but all these, this is the last of the series, and then we're moving on to DB Cooper. Now I'll tell you what I really, really want is a DB Cooper note, the bank notes, the fragments of his money that they found. They're expensive. I really want one. They're very hard to find. If you have one and you're interested in selling it to me, please let me know. I'm aware how expensive they are. I just want to see what you want because I really do need it for my store for the display. Check out pawnmanstore.com. The DB Cooper bars will be available. I won't announce them. They will just appear on there. So keep your eye peeled on pawnmanstore.com. All right, so we got some gold here. That's it?
Yeah.
All right, let me just quick test.
Yeah, you set it to different metal settings. Sterling, pure, 3/9s, 4/9s.
These are all good. Okay, 10-7. If you
Could I do 700 cash and then the
Yes.
rest in a check?
want to double count that, there's 700. Thank you.
Nice flip for you.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, you know. You will. All right, so let's see here. Well, this is good stuff. Unfortunately, I am buying, oh my God, how many Kruger runs this lady got? I'm doing a huge deal tomorrow, so I actually gotta dump these to another dealer, turn and burn, because I gotta have money for that. So we got 3 premium ounces of gold here. We got 2 premium ounces of platinum, 100 ounce Royal Canadian Mint bar, and a 10 ouncer. What am I gonna do? Do I want to sell all of it to another dealer? Do I want to try and sell some of it? I gotta think here. Let's do some quick math. So I paid 10.7. I've said this before, everybody, make sure you're using Kitchco for checking metal prices. It's what all of us dealers use. It's the most accurate. It's free on the App Store. KITCO. Pawnman approves. So when I flip to other dealers, they all use these dealer sheets. It's just a standard across the board, what the dealers are paying, what all the big players are paying. Example, the wholesaler that I use, if you go to sell, they'll just use this straight sheet. It's kind of like gray sheet. Honestly, I'll probably make about 50 bucks on the deal. Seriously, that's the problem with this business, is it requires so much money to do, and when you're selling bullion, your margins are I had a family friend who's a very successful entrepreneur, kind of looked over some of my accounting, had some questions for him. He's like, you gotta get your margins up. It's like, it's not possible. in this business. It's just not. So, you know, that's why I said before, I'll say it again. Gold shop does not equal gold mine, because off a $10,700 deal, just the nature of what I gotta do, I'll be lucky if I make 50 bucks. Now, if I could hold on to this and hedge the market and I have more money, well, then I could maybe make 1,000, maybe, but certainly not more than that. More likely like 500, and it would probably take me a month to sell. And like I said, I got somebody dumping a bunch of stuff tomorrow. So, yeah, what can you do? Profit's a profit, but it really f***ing sucks to spend that much money and not make much. All right. What's going on, you guys? We're Between the Pawn. I'm Evan, and this is my gold and silver business. Once again, I want to thank the official episode sponsor, Bullion Daddy / local coin company. They're on Whatnot. Check them out. There's a link in the video description below. Be sure you follow them on Whatnot because their auctions are insane. They literally gave away an ounce of gold the other week. I don't know how the hell they can afford it. Use their promo code to sign up with Whatnot. You get a free $15 if you use theirs. Again, that link is in the video description. And unofficially, guys, again, please, if you can, donate just $1 to the Alexandra House. I just don't want to talk about it, but I had a friend that passed away from something just terrible. Her family asked that instead of giving flowers, give money to this project. So on Whatnot auctions, we've raised about $700. I'm raising at least $1,000. And if you could give $1 or whatever, I would really appreciate it. That link is again in the video description. The Alexandra House protects people from domestic violence, and they are a 501c3 nonprofit. So it would mean a lot to me. Again, just even $1 can make a difference to this charity. So please help out. And with that, how's the week been? Well, that's kind of a loaded question when I say something heavy and terrible like that. Yeah, I had something very sad happen in my personal life, but I don't want to talk about it, and I want to focus on what matters here. So just don't ask questions. What else is happening? Aside from that, let's switch to something positive. So, some announcements. Actually, there's some interesting stuff. Okay, so the first thing, before we get into the questions, I want to talk about, I'm going to quickly tell a story. I was going to do a cutaway of this, but I'm going to tell it right here. So, I had an individual came in on Thursday, and I dealt with this guy before. I'm not going to get into my personal opinion of the individual. I said to my employee, that is the kind of guy who would kill somebody in a bar fight, and it would take about 4 years after he's been found guilty and is sitting in a prison cell for it to dawn on him that he did something wrong. Like, there's something off about the guy and wrong about the guy, and he kind of scares me in like a weird way that I can't quite describe outside of that random tidbit that I just thought of. Good looking guy, young, fit. So I've done a decent amount of business with him. He's been in here 2 or 3 times. Very hard to deal with. Cause you know, he bought premium stuff and he wanted like top dollar on his shit. It's like, it's not gonna, then sell it yourself. This isn't the place for it. So first deal, I paid him way over spot for his premium stuff. I did pretty well on it. And then this past week I did a deal with him. I paid him 30 an ounce for his stuff. And right now the market's 24 and a half. So I paid him like 25% over because he had some collectible stuff. But then on Whatnot, I didn't do that well on. I did okay on. I didn't do that well. He had gold and he's like, I'm gonna come back with gold tomorrow. He didn't come back. He came here Tuesday and then he's supposed to come back Wednesday and he didn't. And then he didn't come Thursday. And then I totally forgot about it. So he calls me up today. And he's one of those people, he needs cash. He can't take a check. Came back today, and, well, he called ahead of time. He's like, hey, can you still buy that gold? I'm like, yeah, if you need cash, give me a little bit. I got to go run to the bank. He's like, well, I got a sitter right now. How about I come right now? I'm like, okay, I got to go run to the bank. It's going to take me like 30 to 45 minutes. I'll be back as quick as I can. I'll meet you here, 30 minutes to an hour. Go to the bank, come back. I got to give him $7,000 in cash. Come back, and he's like standing right here with like his arms folded. Like he's standing like right there. I'm like, hi. And like I come in and like, get my stuff ready. I'm like, all right, let's see what you got. He goes, well, that's it? You're not going to show me any love? And I'm like, what? He's like, well, bro, I feel a little disrespected right now. I've been standing here for about 30 minutes and you're not going to say, hi, nice to see you. Well, I'm so sorry. I'm like, hey, well, again, I told you I had to go run to the bank. I said it was going to take 30 minutes to an hour. It's about how long it took. And like, get the off your high horse. Like, this is not how you start a business interaction with, why aren't you bowing down to me? So, this guy's like kind of an aggressive bro. And he, instead of, I could tell this is the kind of guy that won't say I'm wrong or won't say sorry or won't just be like, whoa, and back off. This is the kind of guy to double down. And then he's like, well, I'm sorry. I really don't think this is how you need to be treating a customer. Maybe I'll take my business somewhere else. And I'm like, I'm the only guy around town that's going to pay you above spot. If you want to do that, you be my guest. But again, I told you it's going to take me a while. I had to go to, like, I'm not a magic man. And, I'm thinking like, again, you're creating a problem because in your head I've done something wrong, but you don't see the bigger picture. And here's what I'm telling you guys the story. You do not start a business interaction with something negative like that, especially when I'm in the driver's seat and you're coming to me to sell something. So, I said this to him and he got aggressive with me again, even more aggressive after that. And I basically was like, okay, you can go. At that point, he bottled it up and he sat back down. But I thought in my head, you know what? I was gonna pay you spot plus like 1%. Now I'm paying you under spot. You just cost yourself a few $100s by doing that. Don't do that with people that are taking care of you. Don't do that in a customer service situation. When you're dealing with somebody else and you're getting customer service, it is a two-way street. As the customer, indeed, you are in theory the one in the driver's seat, but when you're going to sell something, when there's money being transacted, don't f with them. At all. So when he left, I could tell he was pissed, and I gave him a handshake and a few nice parting words, and I injected positivity as he left. I did not say sorry, and I'm not going to say sorry, but I thought in my head, you cost yourself $300 by doing that. So keep that as a lesson, you guys. Don't forget that lesson. It does matter. The lesson is, sometimes the best thing to do is nothing at all. Let's move into some announcements. First off, I'm so excited to say the DB Cooper bars are just getting done. They will be available by the time you guys are watching this. They will probably be on pawnmanstore.com. I cannot believe what an incredible job Lady Liberty Bullion did. He really, really outdid himself. They are cooler than the Holmes bars. There's only gonna be 20. I don't know how many I'm getting at once. They are gonna be expensive. I'm upping the price from the Holmes bars because A, they're super cool. B, there's less of them. C, silver's moving up. D, my costs are moving up. And E, I want more money. There was an error in the last Between the Pawn. I am aware of it. I re-uploaded the episode so you guys can see the thing that got cut off. It's all fixed now. Discord is a ghost ship. I have not been on my own Discord in about 5 months. We haven't logged into the Discord here in about 4 months. I am hoping to revamp it, go back to it, get it up and running again, be more participatory on it. The simple fact is, I just don't have time. It's on my list of things to do. Just know that I am aware the Discord is in shambles right now. I think you can still get into it, but I am hoping to relaunch it before the end of the year. Again, if you want to buy from me, pawnmanstore.com, or if you want to place a really large order, just message me on Instagram. Easiest way to get in contact with me, and we'll go from there. I am open later now. I know I've said this a few times. It's just, it turns out it was actually a fucking great idea. But inadvertently, what I ended up doing is now I'm the only shop that's open until 6. Everyone closes at 5, and from 5 to 6, I have been pretty busy because people are coming in here because there's nobody else to go to. So again, we're 11 to 6 Monday to Friday and 12 to 3 Saturday. We are still closed on Sundays. And then finally, before we get into the questions, something really good has happened. So, well, okay, I have had a little come to Jesus about just with the TikTok ban and all the bullshit that I've been through lately on TikTok, between getting demonetized for hate speech, the fact that I'm just constantly getting in trouble for bullshit. I haven't grown on there in like 8 months. There's a Fox News correspondent that I'm pretty friendly with, and I messaged with him back and forth, and I discovered that TikTok unfollowed him from me. I didn't get unfollowed from him, but TikTok unfollowed him from me because I messaged him. He's like, no, I didn't do that. So yeah, they do that, and it's really frustrating. So I lately have not been giving a about TikTok. I've been putting out 60-second content on TikTok, but I'm putting it elsewhere. That's what I've been concentrating on lately, is pumping out content elsewhere, because I think TikTok is gonna get banned. Either TikTok is gonna get banned in a year, or I'm gonna get banned from TikTok in a year for something absolutely asinine. There's a lot of reposts that are coming out. The reason being, I have so much content. I wanna be putting out 5 videos a day again, and I'm not gonna film 5 videos a day, you guys. I am way too busy with everything that's going on. So instead, what I have been doing is I'll do 2 reposts and 3 60-second videos a day. Yeah, it's going well. Just know, if my teeth are not as good as they are in this video here, it's a repost, because I've had a lot of people messaging me for stuff that I repost about, like, hey, is this for sale? No. Oh, final thing, everybody, please go to my Whatnot auctions. I'm doing them almost every night. It is where it's a huge part of our business now. All right, so with that, I'll shut up. Let's get into the questions. All right, so question 1, this is coming in from a short. Question 1 coming in from Icy Peanut Polo. Interesting name. Says, if you wouldn't suggest buying diamonds, what would you suggest as a stone that holds its value? A big part of buying a partner jewelry is if the relationship goes south. The person who has the jewelry can pawn it for money to keep themselves from being on the streets while they get their feet under them. I want to provide for my partner even if things go poorly. How would I suggest this be accomplished? Okay, so what would be a good stone that'll hold its value, to answer your question? Like, none of them. They're all just, I would say none of them. It's all a scam. I like emeralds. I like sapphires. Don't get a lab stone. The big problem right now is lab stones are completely destroying the gem industry, just like as a whole, not just diamonds, but all of them, because the lab stones are getting so good, it's so hard to tell, and they're so much cheaper than buying a real stone. So I really couldn't tell you. I would say, you know what, just don't get a stone or get a fake one. And if this is your goal, buy them stock in a company, or buy them gold or silver or something that'll actually go up in value, that is a hedge against inflation over time, not a stone. Question 2 coming in from Raymond McGowan 512. Raymond says, between the phone question, hypothetically, if you were to lose your store tomorrow and had to start all over from scratch, how would I go about doing it? What would be different this time? I would not buy everything. I would be very select about what I'm buying. Honestly, that might be it, because so my problem was when I opened the store, and it still is my problem, and I'm getting better at it, but like if I see something in front of me and I envision a way to make money on it, I want to buy it. I try to buy it. I try as hard as I can to buy it, but I don't have the money to do that. I never have. I'd probably just stick to jewelry, coins, currency, and that's it. Maybe some historical items, but not like I wouldn't give the con artist the time of day. Question used car dealership. Small town, Saturday night. Show up, take a young salesman out for a little drive in the woods. Pull over, tie his hands to the wheel. Kill him, cut his hands off, put the body in the trunk. Drive on down the road. One hand on the wheel. Other hand stroking that little piece of wheel. Take a monster gal. Tickle Monster Gal says, is there anybody you look up to? If so, who? There's one individual in this business who's local. You'll never see him. He's a ghost. I don't want to share any information about him. He's very private. He's a legend in this business. The original Pawn Star guys know him because he wheels and deals so much. He's probably the #1 guy in the entire United States in this industry. So him, I look up to him a lot. He's given me a lot of advice. He's helped me a lot. And then 2 others. Dan Cummins, whose Time Suck podcast right here, and I have another one. I talk about him a lot. With what I do here with my social media audience, I build and have modeled Pawn Man and what I'm building quite a lot after him and what he has built. He has this huge following, and just the way that he structures his fame, his audience, with the community that he has built, with the ethos, the message of sharing information, educating people. I look up to him a lot. The other one is Robert Evans, Behind the Bastards podcast. Okay, Robert's right here. Robert Evans is a former crack.com writer, and he turned journalist, but he was like a war correspondent. He's been to some gnarly shit. He's so smart. He literally predicted COVID. He literally predicted the uprisings. He predicted so much shit. He's got such a good head on his shoulders, and he just seems like an all-around awesome guy that I would love to meet. Okay, question 4 coming in from Smoke666 Dog. Says, you planning any more car episodes or watches? Watch episodes. So we actually, I was at a watch convention in April, and I filmed it, and I was gonna do an interview with the guy who invited me there. I need to finish filming that still. As for cars, okay, so I really liked that episode I did about cars, and I was really grateful Car Connect, who I bought my new car from, great dealership, was really grateful they allowed me to go and do that. But the fact is, it took a lot of time, and I didn't make any money off of doing that. It ate up like literally a whole day. On top of that, I don't want to turn into the scumbag who's jamming luxury used cars like a Maserati SUV or like a Porsche car, like something like that. I don't want to be jamming that shit down people's throats. I only want really, really special cars that I actually think are a great place to park your money. I gave them a list of vehicles, hey, if you get any of these cars, I'd love to feature it. So I'm waiting to hear about it, until they do. Yeah. And additionally, whoever bought that car in Michigan, they didn't reference me, so I didn't get a commission on it, which sucked. Because, if you're gonna buy a car through them, you gotta reference me for me to get the commission. Otherwise, they don't know where the hell you came from. I do think the person who bought it was from me, but they didn't reference me. So, bummer. Question 5 coming in from Amy Jade. Amy says, hey, Pawn Man, can I buy some bong water from you? So you guys, I've been getting this question a lot. No, because I can't sell pot. I can be sponsored by them. I cannot sell this. I don't have a license to sell this. I definitely can't sell this on Whatnot. But hey, you guys, check them out. New York, in Wisconsin, 2 new states that now have bong water, and they're expanding nationally. So check out Bong Water Beverage Company's website, bongwaterbeverageco.com. Okay, last question coming in from BCIT9BG says, so Evan, what do you think this Beanie Bubble movie is gonna do for the Beanie Baby market? Anything? I'm sitting on a boatload. Okay, so with what I've been talking about, yeah, so I'm also sitting on a boatload of Beanie Babies, and I have all the expensive ones, and I have long said that I think it is coming back. I do think this fad will come back for a minute. I don't think this will be what sparks it. The reason being, this is a movie highlighting how insane the whole bubble was, and if you're reminding people how stupid it was, then they're not gonna go do something stupid again. I more think it's gonna be, you're gonna have something that happens as a total accident. You're gonna have, and this is my favorite, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're gonna have like Nicki Minaj, and she's got a new song called Pop Pussy Plush, and accidentally, you know, the Beanie Baby will be or maybe that'll just be a lyric in a song, but she'll hold up a Beanie Baby. Something like that, I think, is going to happen, and when it does, by total accident, this whole fad is gonna come roaring back for a split second, and then I think everybody will lose their minds for a split second, and then remember how stupid the whole thing was, and they'll be worthless again. I just don't think this movie will be the thing to do it. Yeah, I think it's got to be something more positive and accidental to reignite the Beanie fad, not a literal Beanie Baby movie. Although I can't wait to see that movie. It looks great. All right, guys, well, that'll about do it for this Between the Pawn. Again, you guys, please post your comments in the question section below. I again want to thank Bullion Daddy for being the sponsor. Be sure you check them out on Whatnot and on social media, local coin company /Bullion Daddy. Link in the video description. And once again, you guys, please, if you can, donate to the Alexander Project. I'm trying to raise $1,000, and like, you don't have to cite me, but I just want to raise as much money for this cause as I can to make some kind of an impact. So that link is again in the video description. It is a non-profit charity. Even $1 makes a difference to stop domestic violence. And holy shit, if you see something, if you suspect something like that is going on, absolutely report it. Do all you can to protect the person, because people die every day from this sort of horrible thing. And I'll see you guys back here for another great video on YouTube. Thanks, guys. Later.